And my first guest was the supernova of last weekend's Super Bowl, lighting up the stadium and social media with her stellar performance of the national anthem with country singer Eric Church. Headlines immediately called it flawless, powerful. One of my favorite tweets I saw said, they slayed it, and they did. Jazmine Sullivan is beloved by millions of fans who've been rooting for her since her 2008 debut. And if you're not rooting for her already, get ready. Her star is only rising. It just keeps rising. Jazmine's critically acclaimed new album, my favorite album so far this year, it's called Hotels. It's about the ups and downs of love. It's earned her a second #1 on Billboard's R&B albums chart. Now, I caught up with the 12-time Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter. Joining us, the one, the only Jazmine Sullivan, back home in Philadelphia after an extraordinary Super Bowl performance. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you read the reviews, but since I'm such a fan, I bothered to read some for you. Let me just tell you what they're saying, Jazmine. One of the best renditions of the national anthem I've ever heard. Another person wrote, the way Jazmine Sullivan ate up the national anthem literally caught shivers watching it. Have you watched it back? Because you're living it in real time. Have you actually watched it yourself?
I actually haven't. I'm too nervous to actually look at it. But I've heard, some great reviews. The reviews that matter the most to me were my parents. They were there. And they said I killed it. So that's all that matters to me.
I love it. I know that you had Whitney Houston on the mind as an inspiration, as she is to everyone, but it meant a lot to you. You actually even wore a white tracksuit during the rehearsal, similar to Whitney's, what she wore. And then you wore that beautiful crystal headpiece, also a nod to Whitney Houston. Why was it so important to bring that with you on that big stage?
I mean, Whitney is just the greatest and the prototype for all singers. And I just wanted to have her close to me while I was doing that and performing that song at such a monumental time.
There's this challenge online called, how it started, how it's going. And again, I was on, of all places, the Shade Room blog, and there I saw this video getting all kinds of likes. 11-year-old Jazmine Sullivan at the Apollo. Take a look. Try, accept it, even now. He'll give you. Jazmine, I couldn't help but to think, that how you start, how it's going. What would you tell that 11-year-old girl right now about how it's going?
Man, I would tell her you have no idea about what's coming, and just to keep on singing and just stay positive and be yourself.
Yeah, and that's why people root for you. I read an interview recently where you said things have been happening for me lately that I couldn't ever have dreamed about. I feel like things are really turning around for me. You said that before the Super Bowl. So I'm curious what you were thinking of when you said that, then, that things are really turning around for you.
I mean, I have had, like everybody, a really tough year. My mom just got finished chemo for breast cancer, and as of now, she's clear. But it was really tough, going through that with her and, just going through that with our family. And getting the response that she's now clear of cancer and putting the project out and people responding to it so well.
And please, first of all, give your mom my love and my best. To your point, she was diagnosed. She just finished chemotherapy after 2019 breast cancer diagnosis. And I think, again, your answer, and I listen to every word that you say because I know that you think about it. You know that words matter. And you didn't say, these are the reasons why things have turned around, this, award or this recognition. You went straight to your mom and your dad. Your mom is your manager. That's what matters to you. I know that you appreciate the music love, but it's family that matters to you.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, after you go through something like this, and even with COVID, your family, you realize that your family is everything. And it's those those little things that mean so much. It's not the fame or the fortune or the glamour or anything like that. It's the basics.
You know, you stepped away after your second album. That was in 2010. Seems like a long time ago when you think about everything we've been through. But you stepped
Yes.
away just when you were seeing Jasmine as the hot new artist. And you tweeted out, I'm trying to figure out who I am without a mic, paper, or pen. I promised myself when it wasn't fun anymore, I wouldn't do it. You've since shared that you'd been in an abusive relationship and that you needed time to heal. How are you now? How are you
Mhm.
doing now?
I'm doing so good. I mean, like I said, when you go through something so hard, you put things in perspective. So the things that I was experiencing back then, though they were rough, what I experience now was just on a whole nother level. And the fact that I came through that, I feel so blessed to be here. I'm so blessed that my mom is here. So um, all the only place that I can ever be in, go moving forward, is just grateful.
Yeah. What was a 5 year break like? What did you do during that time to reflect and to really heal yourself?
It was a lot of prayer. It was a lot of family time, a lot of talks with my girlfriends. And, I owe so much to my girlfriends, which is why, the project came out the way that it did. My girlfriends really like lift me up. And also, I'm in a 3-year relationship with a man that I love. And, I'm just in a really healthy place.
100%. Well, let me tell you, you were trending with the Super Bowl, but prior to that, you were trending when the album that everyone is talking about dropped. Jasmine, you were talking about your girlfriends and the people who helped center you. I think people reacted to this album as if you were all of our best friends, just laying out the truths and the realities of love and the ups and downs. You say that you never self censor your music. And Girl Like Me is one of the new songs on your album. It's about a woman doubting herself. And one of the lyrics you wrote, you don't love me no more, and I don't even know what for. Now I sit at home judging my body. You know, you turn in on yourself when it doesn't go
Yeah.
right. And that's what you were pulling from your own personal experience and what I think every woman has gone through when it doesn't work out sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. The project, I think, is almost like a diary for so many women. And I feel like it's bringing us together and letting us know just how similar we are, and the things that we experience, are so similar to each other. And hopefully, my prayer is that it's helping a lot of us heal.
Did you ever worry about sharing too much because it is so intimate for you? And I've done work with survivors of domestic violence. I lost my own sister, and have been very
Wow.
open about it. And I know the power of healing through voice, and you know it through song. Was there ever a moment where you thought, should I share this much?
I don't. Me singing and me writing, that's therapy for me. So I actually went through a point where I had writer's block and I couldn't write, I couldn't sing, actually through this project. And it was so painful for me to go through. And that's when I realized, like, oh, I need to be able to express myself in this way, because this is how I release, and this is how, I heal.
When the show is all about rooting for love, how do you root for love? Other than the obvious with incredible music, how do you root for love?
How do I root for love?
No, because you said you're the girlfriend, you talk to your girlfriend. So when your girlfriends call and they say, Jasmine, I'm giving up. I don't know if the one is out there. I don't know if I can find it. What does Jasmine say to keep her
Oh,
girl in the
okay.
game?
You know what I say? I tell her that it's coming. Like, don't stress it. God already has a plan for you. Seriously, I actually have a girlfriend who's been single for a while, and we had this conversation. And she's so beautiful and so dynamic. And, if you ask me, I don't think that she found anybody that's on her level. That's how I see her, as her best friend. So I feel like you just gotta wait. Like, God is going to give you the perfect person for you. Don't rush it. You don't need to get with somebody just because, you may feel lonely. And I understand it. It gets hard. It's hard out here. But
It definitely does.
but yes, but the person that you're supposed to be with is really coming for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And you said you've been in a relationship for 3 years. How do you describe that right now and what it brings to this part of your journey?
It's just such a comfort to have somebody there that you know loves you and supports you and doesn't want anything from you, and that's definitely what we have. It's challenging though, as all relationships are, but at the end of the day, after the Super Bowl is over, and you have somebody to talk to and tell them about the things that you're going through, your fears, that you share your successes with, it just feels so good. So I'm grateful for him.
Well, you know what? We're rooting for you. As I said, Hotels is amazing. I can't tell you the last time I listened to an album from the start to the finish. This wasn't about a single,
Aw.
it's about a journey. So I'm thrilled. I've been excited about this booking since my team told me you agreed to come on. And I hope next time, when everything is back, you will perform. You got to promise me. I don't care if it's my birthday. I don't care if it's another holiday. I want you to bring your mom and the whole family because I went to
Aw,
Temple
I sure
University. I'm
will.
Philly. I am North Philly.
Oh,
And
okay.
Temple University. So I'd love to have you on to perform. It would make the journey so much better around here.
I will be back. Yes, definitely.
Congratulations, Jasmine. Her new album, Hotels, is available now.